The number of sexual assaults on college campuses is alarmingly high, especially at USC. Take Back the Night, hosted by the Women's Student Assembly and the Center for Women and Men, are hosting a series of workshops dedicated to sexual trauma healing, self-care, and sharing personal stories of survival. Lady Gaga's Oscar night performance about sexual assault moved the audience to tears. Gaga was joined on stage by a group of sexual assault survivors. They included Paige Sawson, a USC student who spoke about her experience with Annenberg Media's Scott Cook.
It was really incredible. I think that when all of us got the call, all the survivors, to participate in this, we were kind of hesitant because none of us had publicly, except for the 12 who had been featured in The Hunting Ground, the film that she and Diane Warren gifted their song to. I think nobody had really talked about it publicly. So it was difficult at first, but then honestly, we were met with so much support, and it was such an empowering, awesome performance that I'm so glad that I got to be a part of it.
Last year, a national campus climate survey statistic was published, reporting that 29.7% of women were victims of sexual misconduct since attending the university. Out of the 21 schools surveyed, USC, along with the University of Michigan, reported the highest levels of sexual misconduct against undergraduate women. In response against misconduct, USC administration created a sexual assault task force.
In terms of being victims, for them it's just great to see that the school cares and the school wants to know how they can improve both response and the process and how it deals with survivors of sexual assault.
This week, the Center for Women and Men and the Women's Student Assembly are holding a series of workshops and programs to raise awareness about sexual violence and support survivors.
The biggest resource I would say is for students to call the Center for Women and Men. It's a 24/7 on-call line.
Survivors share powerful messages about their experience on t-shirts displayed across campus.
A lot of times survivors will sometimes suffer in silence, and they feel that they're isolated or alone in their experience. And I think that's also a really transformative part of the Survivor Speak Out, is that people are able to sometimes tell their story for the first time, but also be able to hear other stories and know that they're not alone in this.
Kumar urges victims of sexual violence to seek the resources the Center for Women and Men offers. For Annenberg Media, I'm Sarah Hansen.